prior to the revival, we lived a life of drugs and alcohol. We lived on the road doing construction work, building Walmart supercenters, and we'd work 10 to 12 hours a day, and then at night when we'd get off, we'd go to the bars and stay up all night, and then the next day we'd take drugs, to stay up for the next work day. And that's what our life consisted of.
Let me ask your wife a question. What were you feeling during that time when you were doing those things?
I was feeling just a dryness, it's like we searched for something. We went from, when we first got married, we went from the hard rock scene and the partying and the drugs to the country scene, and we were just searching. We would try one fad after another during that time.
What happened as a result of coming to the revival here at Brownsville?
Well, my dad brought me here in August of '96 to the revival, and my dad's a pastor, so I grew up in church all my life knowing about God, but I never felt the presence of God. And whenever we come to the revival, just the awesomeness of God's presence being in the revival, and the holiness and the worship that was going up to God, that's what really had an impact on my life in the revival.
And what about you?
When I came to revival, we had been saved for about a year, and I still hadn't had the little things in my life taken out, and that's what was impressed on me. God really purged me, the small things, the anger, the bitterness, the jealousy, the small things in our lives as Christians we think that are okay and they're not. As revival, that's what He's doing. He's purging Christians, from the little things in our lives.
And what about now as a result of all this? What are you doing with your lives now?
We're in the Brownsville Revival School of Ministry. The Lord has called us to the school, and the school has really opened up our hearts. Growing up in church, I believe American churches, they haven't been taught about missions, and the school has really opened up our hearts to missions. And we feel like we have both a global call on our lives, both American side and foreign side. And that's where our heart is. We want to see lives changed for the glory of God.
What would you say to people who are in your lifestyle? What would you say to them now?
I would say that there's a way out. I would tell them that there's someone out there that cares about them, that they don't have to live in that dry lifestyle. They don't have to, wonder about where they're going to be the next morning or the next day. They can know that they have eternal life through Jesus Christ.